Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 2 of the Pink Ribbon charity event. We've already completed one delivery, now we're on to the second. This one is headed to Roswell. We're already in New Mexico, so it's not going to be a very long drive. Now we do have to go get fuel because I am running on fumes. If you've watched my first video, welcome back. If this is the first time watching any of my videos, welcome aboard. If you have any comments, issues, concerns, anything like that, please post below in the comments. I'd appreciate any support. If you'd like to subscribe for more videos, please let me know. I'll go grab some fuel real quick. I took that a little hard. How cool are these trailers though? This is my second of my 12th delivery. And I'm gonna run this because, it takes forever to stop. Fuel is right there, and then there's the freeway as well, so that'll be a quick fill up and go. I'm on green. Oh, a little bit of lag there, sorry about that. Don't know what that was about. Alright, come on. This game can be a little buggy sometimes, especially with loading things. I am running the game fully optimized. Alright, let's stop here to get some fuel. Alright, we need to find out where the fuel pump is for these guys. Oh, they're in the back. Alright. Just fill up while we're doing that. These are just some really cool trailers. This event does end on the 20th though. If you do have this game and you want to partake, you have until the 20th to complete all 12. Alright. Now we got to go the other way. You can weigh yourself there. It seems like they always let me bypass, and I don't know if that's just the game mechanics. I only stop and weigh when I have to, or when they specifically instruct you to. When you'll be driving down the freeway, it'll prompt you to stop, or it'll tell you to just continue. Alright. Couple cars there. I got a truck coming. Oh, I can't even see that way now. It has like that black hue to it when you're looking at my truck. And this is what the computer players do. No idea why they do that. I wasn't that far out. This is a small delivery, won't take too long. I know my last video I wanted to do about 20 minutes and it ended up being 29 minutes, so hopefully this one is only about 10 or 15 minutes, hopefully. It's much shorter. The other one was about 400 miles. This one's, we're sitting at 181 miles, give or take. Seems to be a traffic jam right there. Traffic seems heavier on during some times of the day. I don't know if that's just computer generated or if it's based on where the player is at the time of day, what time or what area of the road they're on. See, the freeway on my end is pretty, there's nothing on here. A couple cars behind us, nothing really ahead of us. Kind of hoping they come out with a DLC for Texas. Maybe even something on the East Coast would be nice. I know right now they're kind of hitting the West Coast, and I think Utah's more leaning inward. Maybe they're planning to do Wisconsin, Nebraska, and things like that, but I haven't seen any major updates or announcements outside of that on their forums. So I know there is a mod that lets you go across country. It's about 1,300 miles, I believe, one way, which is kind of goofy. Again, it is a custom-made mod, so it's not exactly on scale with the rest of this game, per se. I know if you go from New Mexico to Washington, it could be like 1,800, 1,900 miles. So I'm not quite sure if at the time the mod maker maybe just set up a default grid. I know that originally it was based off of there being only 2 or 3 states available, but now you have several states available. I think there's 5 in total. Again, if anybody ever wants to play with me, I am on Truckers MP a lot, and I'll probably do a couple of videos on there just showing. It does get kind of lonely on there because there's no traffic. They do not have computer players driving on that game, on Truckers MP. So if anybody does play that and they want to play with me, we could definitely organize some kind of convoy. Oh, gotta take that a little wide because I'm gonna hit the sign. It's more challenging when you're trying to do, when you're taking like a heavy machinery. I know there's a DLC pack, you can do helicopters. And, I got the heavy haul DLC where you can do the heavy tractors, and now there's like logging equipment and stuff like that. So you can definitely do those. Those ones are much harder to drive because I feel like the trailers are doubled in size. And I am definitely speeding. If there were any cops activated in the game right now, I'd probably be looking at a $500 ticket. But there's not, so I'm not worried about it. Oh, we gotta go. Come on, truck. Okay, we missed him. I do play Euro Truck Simulator as well, so if you guys want to see anything on there, I'll be happy to put up a couple videos of that as well. Right now I definitely wanted to just emphasize on my first series, which is going to be this charity event, and then after that I was thinking about doing a starting over. So I was going to basically show from the beginning, basically loading the game from character creation to, I say character creation, but it's more of like profile creation. You can't actually pick your character or anything like that. But I thought it would be kind of cool to show from like how you start in the game. You can either play, you can get a bunch of loans basically, or you can try and earn the money through doing quick jobs. Which I prefer not to take out loans if I can help it, kind of like in real life. Speed limit's 55 and I'm speeding. Speed is not so much an issue in a lot of areas because the speed limit's usually 75 or 65. When you're doing an external contract, you can, unless you're going downhill, your truck's going to cap at 65. But when you're going downhill, you know, your truck can go a couple miles over the cap. So you'll see yourself hitting 68, 69 sometimes on an external contract. If you're not playing external contract, then, you know, I think the top speed could be in the 80s or 90s. See, so now they're telling me I have to do a way station, which is straight ahead of us. And of course, this isn't a four-way stop, so there's going to be a lot of traffic. Go after this red truck. Yep, that was pretty close. Sorry, buddy. Now, I've never been fined for going over, so I'm not really sure what they're looking for. That didn't even trigger. Yeah, I'm not even overweight or anything, so we're good. 75,000 pound truck. There's the Popo. It's kind of the weirdest way station I've seen. They're usually kind of an off-ramp on the road, and that's kind of the extent of it. I've never seen it to that degree. Oh, there's a lot of traffic here. If you guys want to see some of the mods, I will happily download some. Just tell me what you're kind of interested in seeing. I believe there's some different kind of trailer mods. There's some truck mods. I have one that gives me like 10,000 horsepower for a truck, which if you play this game down in Phoenix, or down in Tucson, near Tucson, there's a racetrack. So I take the mod and go down there and play with I have a little Peterbilt truck, I think it was, that I put that 10,000 HP engine on and just watch that thing fly around the circuit. You could go online and play with other people and kind of drag race there, but you can't really use mods on Truckers MP, so you're kind of just using the tuning setup that you get when you buy the truck, or you know, there are some customizable options. I'll show that in another video as well. Probably going to keep this series to around 10 videos or less, just because they're only asking for 12 deliveries, but I'm going to try to do a little bit more than that. But right now, I think 10 videos is pretty decent for that. I know a lot of other YouTubers are doing it as well, which I think is great. Brings a lot of attention to this game. This game's definitely a great game to have. It's a great game to play, and I definitely recommend it for anybody who likes simulator games, especially driving simulator games. Just about 40 more miles and we're done. There are 3 parking types, as you saw in the last video. I think it defaulted to just pulling in, and that's because I was doing the heavy haul, and it's really difficult to reverse your truck into a tiny parking spot when you're carrying a massive trailer that has a earth mover on it, or a grader, or some kind of logging equipment. It's kind of hard in some spots, and I don't know how they expect you to do it in some spots. I've had them like where I picked up the last trailer from on the last video, where they wanted me to put that long heavy haul trailer in there, and it just does not physically fit there. So it's like I don't think that they really took all that into consideration with those, or maybe they just didn't realize that some people would be delivering to those kinds of areas. I don't know. Doesn't lower the value of the game for me at all. I just thought it was kind of weird, so I just flipped it to, or I made it defaulted to the easy parking for now. Again, I usually do the heavy haul, so it's just easier for me to, you know, I spend an hour and a half driving those things, and then you just want to park it and dump it off and be done with it. You can only go so fast with them already, and it makes your trip, it kind of feels like it doubles your trip if you're doing a heavy haul load. Alright, we got 8 miles. There's a police officer. I do like the car updates. When I started playing this game, the cars were all kind of, I don't know, they didn't feel very defined. But now they all you can kind of tell what they are without them. Obviously, probably some copyright issues there. Oh, I got a green arrow and I'm over here stopping. It does seem like everybody in this game owns a, oops, overshot, owns a Charger and a Mustang, apparently. Alright. Here we go. You can skip parking, but I like to at least park. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys again.